Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's an Irish band called Dervish. Pecky Dwinnens is the song. I brought my good friend Mary McCarthy, who grew up in Ireland, and I brought her to see this band who she had never heard of, and she was quite impressed. So anyway, I hope that sounds good. It sounded good to me, and I just wanted to say Happy St. Patrick's Day, and it's always fun to me. It's a great holiday to remember my Irish roots on my mother's side, and also my great friends Mary and Barbara McCarthy that ended up going with me to Ireland back in 1997. And we spent 2 weeks pretty much in the area they grew up in, which was Connemara on the western coast of Ireland. And the town of Clifton is where they grew up. Their mother lived in the courthouse and took care of it. Kept it clean and all the things that you need to do inside a big old building like that sort of thing. So I got to meet, and it's my kind of vacation, stay pretty much in one place for a couple of weeks and meet all the local folks. And it was an amazing time. So the music, yes, the memories, the connection. My mother died young, and Mary sort of took me under her wing, and I adopted her as my honorary mother. It's a long story, but anyway, sweet people, very welcoming and very loving. So I could listen to the music all year round, and I do. That was a type of music called, there's like three main kinds of music in traditional Irish music is reels, ballads, and jigs. Of course, they have rock, U2. Anyone ever hear of U2? Or there was another band called UFO back in the 70s. I think that was Irish. I think it was Irish rockers. So yeah, the music is just amazing. It's always been very enjoyable. I grew up listening to the Irish Rovers. Now, we usually didn't listen to them all year round, but around St. Patrick's Day, we'd get out a couple of the Irish Rovers albums, which I think most of those guys came from Ireland. They ended up moving over to Canada and living there and kept performing through the 70s and 80s at least, probably into the 90s. And I think they had a big pub of their own up there in Canada, and people would go in and they'd play like once a week in the pub. So it was the first concert I ever went to was the Irish Rovers in Portland, Maine. I must have been all of 6. Now, if you guys know the Unicorn song, Cats and Rats and Elephants and Shows You're Born. Anyway, there was a couple songs. There was the Unicorn song, and then this kiddo was up past his bedtime. And I fell asleep after I heard the Unicorn song. So I missed the whole rest of the concert. But not really, because you know what? When you're sleeping, you're still hearing that music. So that was my first concert. And then I didn't go to another one until I was grown up. So, anyway. So yes, I'd say St. Patrick's Day has always been a pretty important holiday. Growing up, we always had corned beef and cabbage, and the Irish Rovers records. And green, wearing of the green and the shamrocks. So, but it sort of grew as my deep love of the music grew over the years. And I discovered this band called the Chieftains. And the Chieftains play a lot of old traditional instruments that, the Irish Rovers would play some of those, but they seem to play it in a more ancient way to me. When I first found them, maybe my late teens, early 20s, the Chieftains, they're from Ireland. And so that the music kind of became more and more important at St. Patrick's Day as part of that holiday. So then, this particular year, 2021, is extra special to me because it was a year ago this week that I suffered an excruciating illness that laid me right on my back. And I missed some work, and I discovered what the word means when it says that what the devil means for our suffering and ashes, God will change to blessings and abundance. And so I was able to heal through prayers and actions, which more and more I'm discovering that is the strongest power combination. Is yes, pray and listen to the answers, as we've talked about before, but you have to take the actions to prove that you're serious, to get that energy of God flowing. You actually have to do something. If you know anything about the Bible, Jesus didn't often just sit there and talk and talk and talk and talk. He healed the sick. He drove out the demons. He cleansed the lepers, which, people wouldn't even get near them. And he fed the poor. He fed the hungry out of almost nothing. And he fed thousands of people at a time. And he did that several times. So the point is, he took action. So this week, for me, is the anniversary of healing and freedom. And I am most thankful to Papa God, who is really the one responsible for both the healed kidneys and the continued blessings required to build a business by meeting folks who need assistance with setting and knowing their health and wellness goals. My cat is being very loving right now. I don't think I can get him to come up here, but I'll try. He's not a lap cat. Hang on a second. We'll see if we can get this old tiger up here. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Oh, he's a handsome boy. He's not thrilled to be up here. He has the double paws. He has a little bunny tail. He's an American Shorthair. His name is Tracker. I mean an American bobtail, right? Yeah. He's American bobtail. He thinks he's a tiger and he shouldn't be held like this. No, but I want to show everybody your little tail. See your little tail? You got a little tail. That's part of the breed. All right, Tracker, we'll let you go down. You're a star. You're a star, but you're not thrilled about it. Okay, honey. You get down there. You get down there. Everybody wants to get in on the act. Oh, he's a good one. He is a good one. He's good. He just doesn't like to be. Well, he was a rescue kitty, and he was born in a place that was breeding this American bobtail, or yeah, I think that's the right name, and they got out of control, and they ended up with like 40 cats, and they weren't taking care of them, so he didn't get socialized very well, even though he was maybe about a year old when a friend that I worked with got him. And she ended up giving them to me because she had too many pets. She already had like 4 cats and 2 dogs. So she had to end up getting rid of a couple of her cats. So I got Tracker. Anyway, you know, they do have there's a lot of goodness about having pets. What was I talking about? Oh, helping people. You know, this whole past year felt like a freedom to me. I really it's been a year of challenges as well as blessings and great learning and teaching. I want to thank my friends and family and the clients and my teammates, my customers for all the fun and the support through this amazing time. And it's just an amazing time to be alive. You know, enjoy each and every day. Stay alert and thankful. Be ready to embrace change, because there's great change coming. Be ready to learn from mistakes, improve, and move upwards. These are wonderful, wonderful days to be a witness to. What's coming is beautiful, and it's love, and it's a great healing time for mankind, for humanity, mankind, whatever you want to call us, the human race. It's godly time. Are you ready? Be ready. It's wonderful to be in this time. It's actually a great honor to be able to be strong and be able to see the truth in a world of lies. And, I'm seeing more every day. It's just amazing. There's such freedom when you spend time with the Lord every single day. And also, when you get outside and soak in the sun, even where I live and it's kind of cold, you can still get sun in your face and your hands. I walk for a little. When I'm walking with the sun shining right into my face, I'll take my gloves off, So I'm getting sun in these 3 areas, 2 hands and a face. Okay, these 3 areas are actually designed by Papa to soak in the sun's rays. And maybe that's why we do this. Because now you're making a connection. That circuit is complete. And how come this happens? how is this designed? Huh? Heart. Heart. Oops. Heart. So listen, it's just great. It's great being able to talk to you folks. I want to bless you in the name of Jesus, the Christ of Nazareth, Yeshua. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Papa God, release your angels of protection for all the goodly, godly people. Wake and shake and take back the prodigals who have drifted away, who have been tricked, but still have great God potential. All the brothers and sisters out there, come on back. God misses you. He loves you. We all love you. And also, God, reveal the evil ones, the pervs, the pedos, the evil cabal ones. Reveal them and punish them with swift justice, tempered by mercy, according to your will. Thank you, Papa. Aye, so it's St. Patrick's Day. Not sure as you're born, it'll be a good day if you decide to make it so. I think Abraham Lincoln said something along those lines. Probably a lot of people have said it in different ways. I think Ben Franklin had a way of saying something like that as well. So it's as good as you decide it's going to be. Anyone that hasn't watched it, watch The Secret. It's about the law of attraction. That's a great movie. It's an excellent book. It's also based on a lot of Napoleon Hill's teachings. He knew all about that, the law of attraction. Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale. What was the book he wrote? It's pretty famous. So that Napoleon Hill has a great book called Think and Grow Rich. That's worth checking out. And then there's there's that one. And then, like I was saying, Earl Nightingale had The Strangest Secret, and that had to do with that, what Napoleon Hill talked about and what they talk about in The Secret, the law of attraction. And then Norman Vincent Peale, he has had a powerful thing, and I think that was back in the 40s, 30s or 40s, around Napoleon Hill's time too. They were really innovative in these things. Norman Vincent Peale, of course, had the power of positive thinking. And that is, an amazing collection of ideas connected to that law of attraction. For so long, it was one of those things that the mystery societies only knew about. They hid it from us because they've always thought they were quite a bit better than the regular bunch of folks. And that's a grave, disastrous conclusion to make. It's how Satan ended up screwing himself over and getting thrown out of heaven. And we're still cleaning it up now. It's going to be a big cleanup right now. Right now. That's why things don't seem right, because we have been mesmerized and lied to, sickened, intentionally weakened, our power hidden from us, our sparks of God squelched, darkened, lied about. Papa won't have it any longer. We will save our children now. We will stop killing our babies now. No more sacrifices to Baal, the evil ones. No more tunnels. No more deep bases. We're cleaning it up. And the goodly godly are winning. Some call them the white hats. Donald Trump is part of that. That's why everyone attacked him irrationally, illogically. Lies, lies, lies. They didn't care. They needed to stop him because so many of them are involved in it. And that's why you don't hear so many of these actors that were so shrill 4 or 5 years back. You don't hear about them anymore, do you? Tom Hanks, gone, silent. Oprah, the real one, gone. The weird one that looked like a man with a wig on, interviewing on some green screen, pretending to be in a garden with the winds blowing on her, and then not on the people she's talking to. Come on, there's weird stuff. The fence around White House and the Capitol building with razor wire. That doesn't make any sense. Really doesn't make any sense. And the lying media, why would anyone believe them anymore? They've been so wrong about everything for so long. And they intentionally lied to us about Trump. President Trump is none of those things that CNN said. And like 98% of it has all been proven to be false. And yet people still regurgitate the lies because there's still some mesmerized, but there's a tipping point. My theory is, like in the Revolutionary War days, there was a third of the people, that wanted us to be free from England. There was a third of the people that wanted us to stay with England, and there was a third that didn't care. So it tends to be, who can you wake up in the third that doesn't care? And once you get, over half of that third, so you see it's not as many people as some folks think. So it's amazing to watch. And when you know because of the servers that have been seized and that were calculating the counts, that President Trump won with about 85% of the vote, and the media still lying about that, and people just go through. See, they're mesmerized by television shows. That's all on purpose. So, and computer games or video games, and they can't break free with ease. And the ones that still aren't awake after this whole last year, you still don't know what's going on. If you still can't see, at least, some people are just like, well, yeah, they know. Most Americans have a lot of common sense. We were tricked because we were lied to, and no one likes to admit that you were fooled, but we have to and move on from that. And the more you realize the lies, the more you see the truth, the less lies will affect you. And you just keep seeing more and more truth, and that snowballs. And then you get that tipping point where, it's like, here we go. Let's go for truth, justice, America, freedom, God, goodly godly. It's tipping more and more in our favor. The number of former or even current Democrats that voted for Trump is astounding, and a lot of different groups that the Democrats try to subdivide us and turn us against each other, trying to get this little band of people here and this group of people there to feel like victims, and they get all their victims and they group them together and get votes from victims. A lot of those people said, we aren't going to be victims any longer, and they voted for Donald Trump. And he actually carried California, New York, and these numbers will come out. And the people that are, not everyone will come around. Not everyone will become aware. And those people will take the vaccine. Because you can't take just one, right? But a lot of people are saying, wait, hold on just a minute. Doesn't make sense. If they give you the jab and you still have to wear the mask, it doesn't make sense. If they say don't wear the mask, then they say do wear the mask. It doesn't make sense. If you got this thin piece of cotton, you know all the things. You can't take the H-chloroquine, but then everyone knew it was really good for you, and it still is really good for you. Just the fact that I have to talk in mysteries, and when I'm writing stuff, I have to misspell it intentionally. That's not right. That's not normal. That's not America. That's not free speech. Why should we be scared of what we're saying? Why should we be thrown off open platforms? Free speech is American. It's a virtue. Now, along with free speech comes responsibility. We need to be kind. We need to be patient. We need to be loving. And with that, I hope you love your St. Patrick's Day. I hope you love your friends and family. I hope you will give us a like or the thumbs up or whatever on the different platforms. I post this on different places now. BitChute, YouTube, HugeTube, Rumble. So we go on all those places, and I do appreciate you. I hope this helps, and I love you, and God loves you, and you take care and have a great day.